let's get this show on the road here. Welcome back to Sawyer 7, our Monday campaign. Last week you all teleported really into the dungeon of what is his name? Squelch. Yep.
Sorry,
and
bucket.
had a long encounter with him, as well as Scarrett, who showed back up. And after a long encounter with Squelch going down, you polymorphed Scarrett into... Was it a squirrel or a rat?
A rat.
A rat. And he's in your bags and...
No, he's in my hand.
He's in your hand. And you all were teleported by an archmage back to the teleportation circle. In the Sealy Castle. It's from here. What would you all like to do?
With the one hand still holding the rat, the other hand is like, Rose, darling, is gonna pull over and hug her.
And she'll give you a pretty big embrace, having not seen you for almost a month now, believe it or not. 28 or 26 days since you left.
Then I need to see the queen.
As you kind of get your bearings and find the exit to the room, the door will open and she will walk in. So I take it things went well.
I hold out, scare it to her, and go, well, yes and no. There wasn't much left of the other corpse, but here is your traitorous rat Scarrett. This'll last about another 50 minutes.
What would you have me do with him?
I left him alive for your decision. The boys wanted to throw him in a pocket dimension and let him suffocate. I'm fine either way. The other corpse kind of blew up, so...
That certainly seems tricky for one who called himself a god of it. Makes sense, really.
And I'll point out to Rose. Otherwise, our mission seems to be a success.
Excellent. You see her reach into her side purse for something out, like her pouch that she carries on her, in her hand, and she kind of rubs it together where you can't see it, and Scarret kind of like goes up in a wisp of smoke but stays in rat form.
All right.
If you pardon me, my queen, I'm gonna go and soak in a hot tub.
Yes, it has been a long day for you all.
He's at 1 hit point.
Well, him especially.
Yes. Obviously the rooms are yours. There's an extra room we can add in to your room if Rose will be requiring one in the castle, or do you want to return to the estate immediately?
I'll ask Rose what she wants to do. I'm sure she's exhausted.
Evens or odds?
Evens.
Rose will just say that she wants to go home. She's been away for too long in dark, dank places.
That is fair, sister. Suppose we shall go home then.
Before we go, what's to be done with Scarret?
I think he'll keep him as a pet rat for a while longer before I can figure out what to do with him.
Why don't you just place a permanency spell on that polymorph?
Above game permanency does not exist in 5e.
Well, that's
I was
bullcrap.
I was just gonna say that, but
They take all the fun stuff away.
It's a very complicated mechanic. Contingency is much better in the long run, but um, in game, she'll be like, "Oh, I have a feeling he won't be able to escape this form unless I want it to happen."
well, as long as he won't be bothering us anymore,
Yes.
we were happy to do it.
If Rose is returning home, you all can stay and take the road out of the Feywild tomorrow, if that is what you all choose to do as well.
I just look over at Lucy and then look back at the Queen and say, at this point, I think wherever Rose wants to go is where the rest of us belong.
Yes, I need to have some long awaited talks with my sister.
All right. I believe you all have a way to get in contact with me. If you want to take the high road back home, rather than risk the in-between.
That sounds like a great idea.
All right. My studious mage will teleport you to your castle. Your home. Whenever you are ready. I'll take my leave of you and put him where he belongs, in a cage.
Thank you, Your Highness. Well, it looks like we're going home.
A different mage than the one that teleported you is in the room, just kind of looking at you like, whenever you're ready, we'll go.
I hobble up a little, still in pain.
All right. I take it that means you all are ready then.
Penelope also casted second level Cure Wounds on Baal.
Thank you.
All right.
13 points.
Thank you.
Look over at Lucy and Rose and just say, "Ready when you are."
Let's go home, sister.
All right. As you all do not have a permanent teleportation circle, he's going off the description from the other mage about the home, the courtyard. You all appear on target, but you all, boom, hit the ground with abnormal force as if the spell went off mistakenly. And you all take 24 points of force damage.
I'm unconscious.
I'm unconscious.
I was at exactly 24.
Penelope is going to cast level 1 Cure Wounds on each of them.
Okay.
7 to Alvin. And 8 to Baal.
The mage kind of picks himself up and brushes himself off. My apologies, that normally doesn't happen. Sometimes things can go awry. Teleportation is not a refined arcane art, as it were.
Well, no worries. Our fault. Next time we should check mage resumes.
Ha ha ha. Very funny.
I'm gonna need that really hot bath.
Hmm.
Anyone got like soothing oils or salts?
Yes, Baal, we can get you all of that inside.
He crawls for a few minutes and stands up. Ouch, ouch.
Sorry about that. I don't normally just randomly get knocked unconscious like that. You must be Rose.
Hi, hello.
And I shake her hand, and while I do it with my other hand, I'm surreptitiously passing Lucy the bloodstone.
I still have it.
Oh, you still have it? Okay.
She does.
Cool, because I suck at sleight of hand.
No, I still have it. I need to attune to it for 10 minutes. Which I suppose I could
I
have
think
done after.
the bloodstone is an action.
Yeah, but don't you have to be attuned to it as well?
No, because the action is what attunes you to it.
Oh, well, shit. Okay, I'm gonna do that then.
Okay.
Just in case.
No, that is your closest family member.
Yes, Rose, these are my friends.
Hello.
I
Nice to meet you all, I assume. Do you like all of them?
Yeah, they're okay.
Okay. Thank you for
She really likes the paladin. What?
um please don't dilly dally on my behalf. Let's go inside and get everyone, I guess, rested, as you all had a ridiculous day. I believe I was a T-Rex at 1.2.
Yeah, you were. I asked. You said yes.
Oh, right. Yes, that does sound familiar.
So who wipes a T Rex's butt?
Anyway, should we check on that hot bath by El? And I'll just guide him off toward the castle.
Ow! Don't, not too hard. Ow!
Mother's inside. She'll be happy to see you.
Yeah. Should be
Just a
interesting.
bit of a wreck when we left.
Yes, I can imagine.
You mean
We
Rekka isn't down in 4 bottles of alcohol?
yes, Bael. We did also have father's funeral while you were gone.
Understandable. I've been gone for, I don't know, 3 weeks now? Maybe more.
Something like that, from what I've been told.
So we'll see what happens. I imagine a deal has been struck considering we went to the Sealy court, given father's actions.
That is a matter for you and I to discuss.
Before I
Alright.
go, before I go up to the bath, I'm going to walk over to limp over and cast Remove Curse on her, just in case.
Okay.
And I say, I'm going to cast a spell, Remove Curse, just in case something was put on you.
Alright.
Don't mind him. He's either too cautious or not cautious at all.
Sorry. I need to look at something real quick.
I'm just standing back and watching all of this go down, keeping my mouth shut for once.
I'm walking with the group, but I'm trying to give Lucy and Rose some space as much as possible.
Roll a d20 for me, Bael.
15.
Okay. Thank you.
Do I add anything to it?
Your spellcasting mod, but 15 is what's needed.
All right. Oh no, what happens?
Nothing. Right now.
And then I make my way up to the bed, his room, and get a long hot bath.
Okay. I imagine they're...
I'll stay with Lucy and Rose until they have a chance to speak to their mother.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm gonna go find a beer to swim in.
Tomash is going to head off to bed. He is
Yeah,
very
well,
hurt.
as Penelope leaves, I'll hand her the alchemy jug and say, "Go nuts."
All right. As you all head inside, where would you and Rose like to go?
To find Mom.
Okay. She is in the sunroom near the back of the house. And you find her sitting there reading. Oh, I thought she was paying attention. Dang it.
I am.
Okay.
I'm paying attention.
Cool.
She's reading.
Yep, she's sitting there reading when you guys find her.
I can smack T's ass and listen to you at the same time.
Anywho.
So as Lucy and Rose walk into the room, I'm following behind, like maybe 20 feet behind them, just giving them plenty of space, but I'll just sort of slink in the door and stand
Yeah.
off to one side.
Yeah, that's kind of what I imagined you like standing in like the doorway. But I'm not really paying attention. Lean on the wall. Anywho, she's sitting there reading when she looks up. So you found her then.
Indeed.
Welcome home. It has been a long time. She'll stand up and give Rose a hug, which is a little hesitant.
Can I insight check Mom?
Go for it.
15?
You don't get a... What are you trying to insight?
Just something seemed off. Is she just depressed, or is like something worse going on, or
And the 15... No, it's probably the fact like the last month has kind of upended her entire world kind of thing. It's a lot to handle.
yeah. No, I'd have just thought she'd be more excited at this. But that's fair.
You can also tell she's still drinking daily. And so with her back, what are your plans?
Rose, I know that it is supposed to be my job as the oldest to stay here and rule. But I think we both know that that's not really what I'm meant to do. But I don't want to force you into anything you don't want to do either. Is this something that you would want to do?
You've always been terrible at the court stuff. You've never liked it. You never have. But it was, it never something I thought I would get the chance to do. I always thought you would take it regardless of how you felt. But if you want me to, it's a joint decision, I'll do it.
There are bigger problems in the material plane that me and my companions were dealing with before being pulled back here, and it is very necessary for us to go back and see exactly where those demons lie.
I understand. I mean, I wish you would stay, but I understand. You ran away for a reason.
I listened to Avandra, and I still am.
Good.
Well, if the decision is made, Titania is welcoming us back to the Sealy Court. It seems to be down a few members recently.
Yes. I mean, almost half of them are dead now. Well, 3 dead and 1 rat.
Oh yeah, if you didn't put it together, we kind of killed her husband and one of her sons.
Yes.
Yeah. We wanted the house back.
It's understandable. They were in your way.
Okay, so that sounds like much less of a conversation than I thought we needed to have.
Good, I'm glad. Don't want to make things more complicated for you if you do really have to go run away. Again.
This is important, Rose.
Yeah,
You don't have to do this if you don't want to.
I know.
You shouldn't let other people make decisions for you. You should, if this is what you want to do, you should do it, but if not, I don't think we want you to feel pressured.
It's something I never thought I would do. I thought my sister would be forced to take it because of pressure. that the eldest always does it, even though it didn't suit her. So the fact that I get an opportunity and she gets to do what she wants. It's better for the both of us, really.
I'll just give Rose a nice tight hug.
She squeezes you back. I assume Mother is okay with this, and she just kind of looks up, nods her head. We should all get rest. It's been a long day for all of us, I assume.
Yes, rest sounds good.
All right. So with that, is there anything anybody would like to do before bed?
After Lucy and Rose file out of the room, I'll walk up to their mother
Okay.
and I'll just say, "It was lovely to see you again, my lady." And I'll bow and kiss her hand respectfully. Question. My
Thank
lay
you.
on hands says that I can use 5 points of it to cure a disease or neutralize a poison affecting the creature.
Yes.
Could I use 5 points of it to sober her up?
I'm gonna say fuck it, why not?
All right,
That's
so
where
I
I'm
do
at
that.
with it.
As I'm like taking her hand and being
Mhm.
respectful, I instantly sober her up.
That is certainly jarring, to say the least. Appreciative. But have a good evening.
And you as well.
Well, that was 6 bottles wasted. Or should I say small kegs?
You didn't see it.
You didn't see it.
No, I know. I'm just saying, though, out of character.
Out of character, we've been gone for a few days. I'm sure all 6 bottles weren't in her system.
That's true. So with that, anything else anybody would like to do before bed?
Anybody going into Bial's room will find him passed out, arms slumped out each side of the tub. In the tub.
Quick, somebody throw a lightning bolt.
Probably wouldn't even bother him.
I just imagine after how long that combat was, once everybody like hits the pillow, they're just out. Last call. Anything else?
I, um, I'll stay up until Lucy and Rose go to sleep.
Okay. Rose will kind of instantly fall asleep. She has not had a good bed in 25 days at this point. So as soon as her head hits the pillow, she is out.
Lucy goes to her room and passes out.
I'm just gonna go to my room and fall asleep as well.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'll do the same. Is Penelope still floating around here with a jug of beer?
I considered making her fall asleep in it, but then she'd end up breaking it in an hour.
But yeah, she'd probably still be around.
She fell asleep next to it. Wakes up in the morning in her bathing suit going, oh.
Alright, you all can hit your long rest buttons. That the morning is yours.
Bael wakes up still in the tub. Finished getting a hot bath and then
Just
doing his morning routine.
scales and gorge from water.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll assume that the rest of us wake up, but Rose is still passed out.
Yeah.
She hasn't gotten a good night's sleep in forever.
Yep.
So like outside of her door, like when we're all congregating in the hallway, I'll just say to Lucy, like, we should probably just let her sleep, right?
Yeah, that'd be probably for the best.
Seems like she needed it.
Yeah. Will there be a coronation ceremony? Should we stick around for that? I don't know what the protocol is here.
There will be an instatement ceremony, along with, I have to sign some paperwork and blah, 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 but I don't, we've been here too long. I'm very starting to get worried about who.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should just get this paperwork taken care of and then get out of here as quickly as we can. We can always come back if we need to later. I
Um,
just I just hate to pull you away from her when she just got back. I feel bad.
We'll be back soon enough to visit after we take care of our other matters. Remember, time works differently here.
I keep forgetting.
I was gone 9 days, but I was with you all for what, like 5 months? It'll be okay.
Okay. As long as you're all right.
I have ways to check in on her, with Avandra, so if anything terrible happens, I'll figure it out.
Getting back probably is a good idea, though. Who knows what we've missed?
Yeah, we may not like our dreams, but they do have a way of letting us know when terrible things happen.
all right.
It's not even that I mind the dreams, it's that I mind the fact that there's someone there that could brand me, possibly, to say it nicely.
So this was fun. Do you guys need me for anything else? Or can I, like, go fuck off somewhere?
Thanks again for your help, Penelope.
Of course. And she'll do a little twirl and go change back into her normal attire.
Can I have that jug back? If you'd be so kind. I've been using it to make acid that Royce can drop on people's heads. Don't really want to give that up.
I like to melt things with acid. It's fun.
That does sound fun. I mean, it is yours. It's not mine. Here you go.
Do you want it?
Nah.
You sure? All the beer you want.
I have ways to get all the beer I want. It sounds like you have a useful application for it.
I feel like she just kills and then takes the beer.
I mean, that can be one method. There are, less intrusive methods.
Go on and take it. Consider it a gift.
I mean, if you insist.
Also, reminder,
Whatever.
Royce, you have the magic items.
I do. I was going to ask you because I have to put them in the inventory. I forgot to.
You don't know what they are.
Penelope,
Before you
whatever
leave-
use we'd get out of this is nothing compared to the distress we would feel to think that you do not have alcohol at any given moment.
Penelope, can you possibly tell me what two things are? Maybe if I show you. I know they're magic. That's about all I know. Can you help me maybe?
Yeah, I can help you. That'd be fine.
I'm going to pull the cloak and the dagger out of my bag.
Okay.
What's his name?
Squelch.
Squelly. And hand
Squelly.
them to her.
She will ritual cast identify in both of them.
Okay. The dagger is just a vicious dagger. And the cloak is the cloak of the bat.
Hmm?
Bat. Bats. 6 seasons in a movie.
Well,
You came prepared.
I'm actually going to equip that dagger because, I've got white daggers.
Yeah. Don't think it requires attunement either.
It does not.
Hell yeah. All right.
Then I put the cloak back in my bag and thank you, Penelope.
You're welcome.
Next time I see you, maybe you can show me those cards again too.
I mean, you can see them now if you want.
Why not? I don't know when I'll see you again.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
She'll pull out the cards.
Before we do this, because it's probably going to be disastrous, is Penelope taking the alchemy jug?
I mean, if you're offering it, yeah, she's gonna take it.
Yeah, sure. All right, I will delete it from my inventory, and I will stop. I can stop pestering the DM about making acid every night, which at this point is my deepest wish.
I guess I'm going to get ready to pull another card.
Okay. You're just gonna do one. Okay.
No, I'll do two.
Oh my god!
Are you fucking insane?
Well, at least
Yes,
you
I
won't get
am.
the turn evil one.
You don't know what's in that deck anymore.
No, he got the turn evil one.
Which one do you want?
The left one.
This one?
Yes.
Okay.
Look at Alvin's face. He does not appreciate this.
Go big or go home, right?
Yeah, go big or go home.
This deck might send me home.
No, it's gonna do something completely worse. It's gonna do something absolutely worse. You see Royce as he draws the card and looks at it, and it disappears, get encased in this crystalline structure, and then just snap out of existence.
God damn it, Royce.
I didn't even get my second card.
No, you don't.
Go home.
It stops you from drawing more cards.
When offered the choice of go big or go home, you fucking choose home. We were so close.
Wait.
Penelope's just gonna look around. She's like, well, that's a new one.
Well, I
Don't blame
guess
you.
I guess he got the crystal clear message.
When we get out of here, there's going to be a squire ready to follow Royce around and follow all of his orders, and he's not going to be there.
Nope.
We don't know that though.
It's true.
That's true. I guess in game we don't know that.
Yeah.
Above game, oops.
Above game, oops.
So, do we have any idea where he went?
Nope.
I could scry for him. Or send him a message.
I think scrying only works if he's on that plane.
Yep.
What about sending a
Actually,
message?
you can upcast it, but nah.
Sending a message has a chance to work, I think.
Yes, it does.
It also has a chance to not
If
work.
only he wasn't entombed in suspended animation.
And there's a chance it could work, but he's unable to respond.
Well, he could respond through his mind, unless what Rai said.
Yep.
You
Just so you
cannot-
don't waste spell slots above game. He's in suspended animation.
By the way,
What?
you cannot upcast scrying.
Oh, I thought you could upcast Cry to get around certain things.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, now I want to make sure I had the right
'Cause
card. Yeah, Don John, yeah.
It's a 5th level. And Penelope has a 6th level, and it's not up in there to upcast.
Also, can we talk about how the spell that locks you in a state of suspended animation as a prison is called Don John, like the portable toilet company?
Oh, is that how they got the reference from Don Johnson?
I don't know, but it's so funny to me because I assume toilet company.
Well, I have no idea what just happened, but I think our friend might be able to help us. We should probably get back.
Mm-hmm. Off to see Sawyer. Penelope, what was the name of that card?
Don Juan? Something like that?
Is there a way we can get teleported to our plane?
All of his shit's on the floor now, by the way.
Wait, what?
Yeah, everything he was
Everything you
wearing
were
and
wearing
carrying.
and carrying stayed behind in the space you occupied, so all of his shit's on the floor.
Yep.
Well, great. Now we have to go on a wild goose chase, probably through the nine hells or something, and when we get there, there's gonna be a naked fucking Royce.
Well, there was a search for Grog. Now there's a search for Royce.
Thing about above game, the thing about the search for Grog is that it happened at the end, after they had done all the important shit that they needed to do. After.
That is true.
Anyway,
Rai doesn't have to write arcs. We make them ourselves.
Above game, you chuckle fucks.
I mean, it's
put
still all
this on
your
the rest
fault.
of us.
You
Do not
chose
put
to
this
give
on the rest of
Penelope the
us.
deck. You didn't have to.
That's true.
You ended the Wednesday campaign several months early. That was you.
That's very true. That's true. All right. So what?
Your actions have
Yes, I did.
consequences, Rai.
I know they do.
Does Royce know that? I mean, I'm sure he does now.
I will pick up everything he has and stick it in my bag of belongings.
All my stuff will fit in my backpack still.
I would
Above
not
game.
recommend putting his bag of belongings in your bag of belongings.
No, I ain't gonna do
We
that.
we just have more problems.
Wait, is that the bag of holding portable hole trick?
Yeah.
If you do that,
Yeah. Do not
Or
put the bag. Do not put it into another bag of belonging.
Hey,
thought-
Rai, does the armor that's fused to me stay on me though?
Yeah, his armor is fused to him, so technically the armor is not there.
Okay,
Oh,
I just
good.
want to make sure. I will not be naked, Alvin. You don't have to
He'll
look
at least
up on
be
that.
a little
I have
covered
armor.
up.
Because
I'm sorry.
Gon's word literally.
we don't need to see no wiggly things.
Exactly.
Actions do have consequences. I didn't expect this one though.
Jesus,
Damn it.
motherfucker.
Either that or the death one.
That's easy. That's only like a CR12. You can two-shot it. If it
So
doesn't two-shot him.
so just to be clear, he didn't like go limp and his soul is elsewhere. He just snapped out of existence.
You saw this kind of like crystalline structure form around him, and then it blinked out.
Okay, so like his body is not there.
So the card reveals you become entombed in a state of suspended animation in an extra-dimensional object and you disappear. Everything you're wearing and carrying stays behind, but in the space you occupied when you disappeared. You remain imprisoned until you are found and removed from the sphere.
He could have went into the damn future.
No. Also, you cannot be located by any divination magic. Only a wish spell can reveal the location of the prison. You can draw no more cards.
Well, that part's good at least.
Also, so there's a table to roll. Never mind, just go for it. What are you guys gonna do?
Well, all right, Lucy, how do we get out of here?
You mean out of the Feywild?
Yeah.
Well, I took the gate. I believe Penelope also takes the gate. I've never tried taking so many people.
You would know with this many people, you would need to take what's called the High Road, which is near the Sealy Court, which the Queen said she would give you access to. Also, Alvin, you have inspiration on your next roll.
I suppose the best way would be the high road, which would be going and talking to the Queen and telling her we're ready to go now that everything's in order.
All right. Do you want to stay here until Rose wakes up so you can say goodbye, and then Bael can cast sending and get the queen to send us a hopefully more competent mage to take us back.
Oh, I'll write her a little, like a goodbye note. She really much, very much needs her sleep.
If you're sure.
I suppose we'll also have to ask the queen, about our new problem.
Yeah, probably worth asking. I still can't believe he did it.
You can't, really.
Can't was the wrong word.
Well, I'm sorry about whatever happened to Royce, but can I catch a ride with you guys? Because I need to go back to the material plane too.
Yeah, you can come with us.
Yeah, of course.
Good. I have to. I still haven't got to go see Grack and give him the stuff, so I gotta go do that. So she'll write out the note to Rose and say her goodbyes to Mother.
Okay. And I assume sign the document.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So with that, you guys will send a message to Titania, whose mage will come. A different one, yet again. And it is a teleportation circle, so you guys will make it no ifs, ands, or buts if you guys are ready to go. And
I will get another big batch of bananas before we go.
okay, easy enough.
And that peanut butter too.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just let me know how much.
When you when you all arrive, the queen is waiting for you. I have to ask though. I assume you
He's
all
a
are
fucking
here, so you're
moron.
ready. But you're missing one.
Yeah, he's a fucking moron,
What
is what
happened?
happened.
What happened?
Your
He
Highness, have you ever heard of the Deck of Many Things?
Yes, actually, I have.
Well, that
Well,
that is what happened.
I
Long
believe it
story
was the
short,
Dawn
this
One card.
this crystal thing formed around him and he just blinked out of existence and we have no idea. But if you can help me find him, I want to slap him across the face a few times.
all right. So, I believe such prisons are exempt from extra-dimensional space, like scrying, if that makes sense. I can use the wish spell to try and find him.
Yeah, if that's something you can do, we
Yes,
very much
absolutely.
appreciate it.
I wish to know the location of what was his name, Royce's extra-dimensional prison. She'll close her eyes and they'll kind of reopen, being like this weird greenish blue kind of furling through it. And it takes about 2 minutes. Um, and then she just starts laughing when her eyes come back to normal. It's like, oh That's funny. That
Did
is
you end up in an
funny.
outhouse somewhere?
No. Above game, I rolled a 16, which is the Beastlands, which is a place where Titania can teleport freely.
Well, that's handy.
Yeah. Other than that, it would have been a Elysium or Arborea, which would be bad. Actually, Arborea wouldn't also be bad too. Kind of a range that was good. Would
So
you like
how
me
do
to
we-
go retrieve him?
That would be
Yes,
amazing.
please.
All right. When she closes her eyes and just in this kind of puff of smoke just kind of disappears. About 10-ish minutes later, she comes back with Royce in tow. That could have been much worse.
So is Royce? Is he conscious, or do we need to like get him up? Or
No, she broke the shield.
so he's just there.
He's just there, teleported back with her.
All right, I'm gonna walk up to Royce and I'm gonna do the Will Smith on him.
Fuck, take a point.
I'm just right across the cheek.
Look, no one told me what those cards do. The last one was good. There's no reason to hit me.
And I'm gonna yell back at him, keep the deck of many things out your fucking hands.
I want another
Take-
card, please,
take
to
another
get me
point.
away from him.
Take another point.
Per the
will
card you
proceed.
drew, you're not allowed to draw any more cards.
I know.
Yeah, so if he tried to, if Penelope gave him the deck, like he would pull the card, and as soon as it was removed from the deck, it would disappear from his hand.
I'll give him his stuff.
I'm gonna go ahead and put all my stuff back on. Thanks,
Am
Mom.
am I doing unarmed damage to Royce?
Yeah. You want to.
Yeah,
I normally
that's like
I normally just have it do
Yeah.
minimum damage
well,
in PvP.
unarmed damage for me is 10.
Yeah, so minimum damage.
No, I was doing an attack roll to see if I
Yeah.
hit, but
Yeah.
natural 17 plus strength of 9 and yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Queen will kind of look at everybody. With that out of the way, if you go through the gardens at the far end, you'll come to the grove with the high road in it. Anyways. Now, I think I said the last time you guys do 1 point of damage to each other. I think was the last time I said that. When somebody got hit over the jar.
I think.
I'm not doing this, dude. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not.
Wait, what happened?
I'm not doing this. Again. Okay. Anyways, what would you all like to do?
So where do we end up coming out from the high road?
You end up coming out the far side of the Sealy Court.
No, I mean once we take the high road, where do we end up coming out at in the material plane?
So oops. Uh in a very familiar forest to two of you.
Three of us?
No, I don't. Penelope hasn't been to the Northern Forest, has she?
Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know where the hell she's been.
It is near where you came through, but a little bit different. Or a little bit further north than where you came through. If that makes sense. Lucy and Royce, you would recognize this as somewhere from the Northern Forest, where you called home for a very long time.
I think I know where we are. Or whereabouts. This is near where I'm from.
Yes, this looks familiar.
Are we near LZ?
Right. Would I be able to tell like distance or possible distance or an estimate at all from anything around us?
You're able to know due north. You recognize like the trees and the rocks around you, not necessarily as the forest north of LZ, not necessarily where you are in the forests.
Okay, that's what I thought. Um, yeah, north of it. This looks like the forest north of it. The same trees and the rocks that I've been around most of my life.
Should we pop in and go see our friend Buxton?
I think I could give him a rather big donation that he would appreciate now. Maybe help him out with his tavern.
Pay off your tab.
And then some.
Lucy.
Hmm.
Um, do you mind if I have the bloodstone back?
Oh, of course.
Now that we're back here. And if we have a minute, I want to find out where Eleanor is, or my nearest relative, if my mom happens to be closer.
Okay. God, I actually have to get out my map and use a freaking ruler.
Sounds like a you problem.
Nope.
That does sound like a him problem.
It does. With Royce's assistance, you, in terms of mileage, you would figure out that because it is to the God dang it, I cannot think of the words west. That it would be, or no, to the east that it's your mother.
Well, I think the closest relative is my mother. The stone seems to be pointing toward Aston, which I guess is good. It means Eleanor's farther away than that, which means, or I guess which probably means you know who hasn't made his move on Valerian yet. I also have no idea how much time has passed. We should try to get to LZ, if anything, just to ask Buxton what today's date is.
That's probably a good idea.
And I think we're not going to be able to get to Sawyer until well, I guess if we want to send him a message, we could do that, but I don't know how easy it's going to be to actually go see him. I think we owe him a sit down, like a real conversation, not just a 25-word message, right? Because we have a lot to ask him. So, like, I don't know if he can materialize his door here or if we have to go to Zarin again.
Why don't we go to Alz and figure out on the way? That is a good first start. And then we do have a castle to go look at too, maybe, depending on how long it's been.
Yeah, that's true.
Somebody roll a d20 for travel for me.
10.
Cool. I'm gonna go take Tylenol. I'm getting a headache out of nowhere. Do you want to take a break here? Cool. We'll be back in a couple minutes, guys.
Physically or mentally?
Either or, I don't care. I'm not.
Spiritually or emotionally?
Jorge, Nolos, all of them. All right. Royce, I assume you are navigating the group.
I am.
I will give Royce any assistance if he needs it. Since I have a +6 in survival.
Easy enough.
We
18.
are in his favorite terrain.
And we're in my favorite, yeah.
Plus, then we'll be in a bar, which is his real favorite terrain.
My previous favorite terrain.
Okay. A 6-hour travel day will get you guys back to some familiar territory. You'd recognize as you would go to the coast because it's slightly easier. We'll recognize about 6 or 7 miles off down the coast that you can see the Pirates Cove, mountain hill that hides it.
I'll turn to Lucy and I'll say, "Do you want to hop up the hill just for old time's sake?"
Um, so you guys can get to the hill, which would be 2 hours to LZ, which is a Constitution check.
Check or save?
Save, actually.
So everyone gets +4.
25. I rolled a nat 20.
14 for Tomash, which is fine.
With the +4, dirty 20.
Cool, you're good.
18 for me.
Yep.
You said con?
Yeah.
28 for Lucy.
You're good. You guys push in.
22 for Penelope.
The extra 2 hours to LZ. And as the night settles down, as the night falls, it does get surprisingly cold. As soon as the sun sets, the wind starts to kick up a little bit and it does get cold.
When we get to LZ, I'm going to head to my bar.
Okay.
We're right behind you.
Penelope's like, I heard the word bar?
Yes, Penelope, it's one of the best. At least Buxton is one of my favorite people that I knew from here. So you'll get along with him well. And Bael, I believe he has milk too, doesn't he?
Yes, I've been waiting for real milk for ages.
Okay. You all make it to the town of LZ where you all started. It's a little bit quieter than it was when you remember.
something's changed. This is not.
A few more
Normal.
buildings sit empty, but Crow's Nest is still there. Lights on inside.
I'll open the door and head in and look for Buxton.
He's behind the bar cleaning glasses like he always is.
Buxton, Buxton, my friend.
Look what the cat dragged in. Been a minute. Been quite a few
Has.
minutes.
Wait, how long has it been?
Since when?
What's today's date, Buxton, if you don't mind?
It's almost above game because I haven't named my months.
Sure.
In
Just
real
how
world
long were
time.
we in the Feywild?
In real world time, he will tell you that it is beginning of what is essentially December. Which means you guys have been gone for 120 days in the Feywild.
So I'll just whisper to the others, like, about 4 months.
Well, Buxton, be glad I'm back, and then I'm going to reach into my bag and pull out 3,000 platinum and hand it to him. It's a gift for everything, my friend. I hope you can upgrade your tavern, or maybe find a new home for your tavern, or run one, because I might have a place too. If you're ever looking for a new area.
I think there's more money than ever's come through this town combined. At this point, to be honest.
We could tell you where we've been, but I'm not sure you'd believe us. And I'm not sure we have that kind of time.
We are going to need a bartender, though, and someone to manage one, aren't we? Or at least a familiar face, if I remember right.
Yeah, the job's open if you want it. If you don't mind coming to a little scene. But what happened here?
Well,
There was a lot more going on the last time we were in town.
oh, let's see. There's no more evil cult. They're gone.
You're welcome.
Yeah, obviously. Secondarily, the pirates moved out. They never came back to the cove.
You're welcome. And not welcome at the same time, because I know that was your business.
So now we're mostly just doing smugglings. So business is down. People look elsewhere. Making enough to survive, but
Seems like you're hanging on though.
oh yeah, people like to drink in town. We've got farms here. The farmers are still here. The smugglers are still smuggling through, just not as much
Well,
activity.
We would welcome farmers also.
I mean, I've been here for a hot minute. I don't really want to leave, but if you gets it all built, I would consider the opportunity.
We've been away for a while. I think, as far as we know, like we haven't been able to keep tabs on the construction, but I think as far as we know, it should be almost done. We'll send word when we get a look at it, for sure.
You know, Buxton, though, enough of that. I think we all need a drink at this point with what we've been through, including our new friend Penelope. You need a beer, right?
That would be great.
And I think, Buxton, my tab's paid for now too, correct? Everything.
Yeah, obviously.
For once.
Yeah, for once.
I'll take 2 pitchers of fresh milk, a nice steak, and some pie.
I'll see what I can do on the pie. Don't know if we got any.
I got bananas. If you want to make it out of that,
All right.
I'll hand them like a couple bushels of blue bananas.
Okay.
These are from the
And
family.
and we'll need rooms for tonight too, if you've got them.
Okay. By the way, as you pull the bananas out of your bag, they are like overripened and extremely mushy and falling apart.
Take a bite.
It's not good anymore.
Well, I guess they only stay good in the Feywild.
In the off chance that Bael now has E. coli, I will lay on hands him for 5 points.
It doesn't, but okay.
Can we just say he did?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
so I
Yeah, sure.
so I get something out of my 5 points.
Immediately.
Well, I guess these Feywild bananas are any good. What about the regular bananas? Are they still good?
The ones you got before you went into the Feywild?
Yeah, because they'd be in suspended animation.
Yeah. They're fine because they've been inside your bag of belonging.
Yeah, that's where my blue ones were too. Or doesn't that matter?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. I'll give him a couple bushels of regular.
Okay. Alrighty.
Hey, Penelope,
Yeah.
since there's plenty of beer here in the bar, would you mind using that jug to make some wine? I know Lucy's not much of a beer drinker.
Oh, okay. No problem. And she'll pull it out and make some wine.
Give a glass to Lucy.
Okay. You guys will take a table and he'll come out with just an array and cadre of food that they were able to prepare for you all. A couple pitchers of beer, 2 pitchers of milk.
Thanks again, Buxton. And then I'm
All
gonna
right.
start diving in.
Enjoy.
So how does it feel to be back here, Royce?
A lot's changed. It's safer. It's kind of crazy and it's quiet. I don't think it would work for me. Before I was selling to pirates and people who didn't belong here now, so I don't think I could come back here.
Don't you have a family home here?
Not one I want to go back to. I want to kill my father before I come back here.
He's probably long gone by now.
My brother's working, or my half brother's working on that right now. Don't worry. Soon enough, he'll be dead at our hands.
I mean, there might be clues or something at the home.
If I knew where it was.
Fair enough.
Come on, you're Royce Foxtail. You know where everything is.
I've never seen it. I was found abandoned in the woods. I never knew him. Didn't know I had a half brother even. But he knew the story. If I knew where it was right now, I'd go kill him myself. I don't think he would be much of an issue for some reason now. We just,
Do you
you
think
know,
he's still living here?
I doubt it.
I reach into my backpack, pull out the bloodstone, and hand it to Royce.
Sorara, I can't unattune from the signet. I can't unattune from Gon's ward, and I don't remember how I attuned to the weapon, so I don't know if I can unattune from anything.
You can unattune and keep attuning to the ring.
And I don't have to keep depositing memories.
Correct.
All right, so
It
then
just
I'm
takes
gonna
one.
unattune.
Yeah.
I'm gonna unattune from the ring then.
Okay. Yeah, it bonds you to it. It doesn't stop you from unattuning and reattuning to it.
I just wanted to make sure, and
Yeah.
then I will take the time to bond to the bloodstone.
Okay.
While we're eating, of course.
Gives direction and mileage, right?
Just as you know the location.
Oh, that's how I was ruling it.
Yeah.
You detect someone about 500 miles southeast, which would be on the other continent. Somewhere probably south of Martip.
There is no one nearby. It's across the sea at least.
All right.
Somewhere
At
to the
least
southeast.
now you know.
That's true. And then I'll hand the bloodstone back and reattune to the ring.
Do you want to go
Thank you,
see
Alvin.
who it is?
Above game, Aeon also told you guys that his dad went back home, which would be to one of the other island chains, which is the home of the elves.
Correct. No, it's probably my brother. My half brother. He said our father went home. I do remember that, which probably to the elves. And we have enough things to deal with right now here. And when my brother is ready to kill him, he said he would come get me. He said that's something we'd do together.
Should we send a message to Sawyer? Just let him know where we are. See if he wants to meet here or if he wants us to come to Zarin or what.
It might be the quickest method of travel too. He can take us from here to where he is and then wherever we want to go.
I mean, we do have transportation circles in the castle, right?
Not, I mean, long term, sure, but not now. Those take like a year to
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, those
make
aren't ready yet.
permanent.
But we do need to see Sawyer anyway. He was working with the metal, and maybe he knows a way that we can forge it, whether he will or won't. He can still give us some information, hopefully. Maybe
Yeah,
things that
and
didn't work.
yeah, and he could have information on where we're gonna be or where we might have the best chance of finding a heart forge with dwarves who will help us work it.
That is true. We are going to have to go to one of those.
Okay.
you want me to send a message, I will.
Yeah, go ahead. Let us know what he has to say.
Alright, I'll go and send one. Hey, buddy, we're back on the material plane. We want to come meet. Can you open the door, please?
Yep. You hear back about 30 seconds later. I'm glad to hear it. I was getting worried. Yes, if you're not near, or actually rather in the Laren, that could be possible.
I'll reply back and let them know exactly where we are.
Okay. Mark off 2 spell slots. On the second reply goes, all right, I'll be watching you all. When you get a room in a moment of privacy, I'll come say hi.
Alright, so I'll let the gang know that we all have to be in the same room and he'll come and see us.
All right. Well, let's finish our drinks, and then when we head upstairs, we'll just pick somebody's room and squeeze in.
I'm pretty sure he's watching.
Okay. I'll make it upstairs, no problem. After a couple moments of you guys being in this room, kind of standing around, you'll see the familiar door open in one of the walls, and it kind of swings open into the shop.
Penelope just like turns her head quizzically.
Come on,
Are we
Penelope.
going in, or is he coming out?
I think we have to go in.
I think he can be tracked if he comes out, so let's go in. Remember, he said he's in this for a reason.
Yeah, we should head in.
I'm gonna head through the door.
I'll follow suit.
Lucy and Penelope follow.
Hello, how's everyone doing?
You know, dying, being resurrected, dying, being resurrected.
The usual.
The Feywild was an adventure.
I know, isn't it?
It's good to see you again, Willem.
As always.
Or should we say brother of a god, maybe? Or a god, maybe?
Brother's pushing it a little bit.
Father?
That's even worse.
I did
Son?
chuckle.
Yeah.
Mm.
And Numbnuts here drew a card from the deck of many things, and well, let's just say we thought he was gone forever.
Look, I didn't know that could
Boo.
happen.
Boo. I see what you did there, and I don't like it.
But you know what they say, Willem? No one's ever really gone.
That hurt me on a personal level.
So, Willem, I know we have some questions.
All right.
But does anyone need to do any shopping first in case he has something we need? Because I know I need more crossbow bolts, if there are some to be found. Any type at this point.
Is here, Penelope. So is his name Sawyer or Willem? I don't understand.
I think it's Sawyer.
At this point in time, I lost track.
I think it's
Hey,
Willem, but he
Sawyer.
told us to call him Sawyer when he first met us and didn't fully trust us.
Something like
Or
that.
maybe I have that backwards.
Something
But also,
like that. Something like that.
but also, we're pretty sure he's Gond, the god of craftsmen.
Actually, we're like 100% sure he is. He just won't tell us.
Of
He
course
won't admit
not.
it.
And by the way,
Why would I?
Penelope, there's thousands of him.
Yeah. We went through a test for him, actually. We fought a big forge creature thing. It was kind of fun, and then he spoke to us in like his tall form. It's gone.
I hear the groans from inside Willem right now.
Yeah, he's just standing there like,
She's
Getting-
just got
Ursa.
this look on her face, like I don't understand. She's like, I heard shopping.
Yes, he has
Yes.
all the fun things.
Yeah.
I have everything.
Are they more fun than my things?
No, your thing that you have is probably the most fun thing when you know you're not getting locked in.
A crystal prison.
Yes.
By the way,
I
is my
mean-
squire with me now?
No, he hasn't
Following
found you
me
yet.
around the night guy yet?
Hasn't found you yet.
To be fair, that was kind of fun for me if we weren't like, busy doing other things.
Yes.
It was not fun for me waking up half naked in a crystal.
I'm sure the queen was quite happy to see you.
Or vice versa.
That was a mean trick. I thought the cards were good.
I told you I've only ever pulled good things. I didn't necessarily say that they were all good.
That's why I assumed they were good. I've never seen them before. Don't blame a forest dwelling half elf who hunts things on not knowing stuff.
Anyway, Willem, I was wondering, and I'll pull out the huntsman's glaive and hand it and like hold it out to him. What can you tell me about this?
That's interesting. That seems to be made with the same metal you all gave me.
That's interesting to know.
Lucy and Penelope are just kind of sending messages back and forth because Penelope's like, metal? So Lucy's catching her up inside their heads.
Speaking of, how's the metal coming along?
It's going.
What have you learned about it?
It doesn't like being forged.
So it has a soul of its own?
Not necessarily. Like, you can melt it down and shape it into something, but as it cools, it goes back into its crystalline shape.
You mentioned
Don't you
something
already know?
before about a heart forge.
Yes, things the dwarves have access to.
And you said those would probably be necessary to work with this material?
Yes.
Well, where do you suggest we go?
That's a difficult question because having not had contact with the dwarves for some time, outside of the ones that live on the surface, I don't know how friendly any of them are anymore.
I mean, look at us, Willem. We're adorable. I'm sure I'm sure we can get them to see reason. Or if not, at least tell us where to go to try.
Yes. You. Hmm. I need to think on that for a second. If we're being honest.
No worries, I'll just take this back and I'll point to the glaive, my glaive that he's holding, and I'll
Okay.
just snap my fingers and make it reappear in my hands.
That's a clever trick.
Yeah, I found out I could do that a little while ago. It's could be handy.
And kind of like put his head down in his hands for a second. There's all in terms of dwarves that might be open to receiving visitors, seeing what has happened the last century or so with them. A Derbador might be your best bet.
Can you show me where that is on a map?
I can. I'm also gonna put it in chat for you guys. In
Yeah.
terms of game.
Above
I'm
game,
gonna
can you show
follow
us where that is on a
Alvin.
map?
I'm going to follow Alvin, by the way, so I can take a real good look at the map. Really, really good look at the map.
So he'll kind of snap his fingers and a Alaris map will appear, and he'll kind of put it out on the counter for both of you guys. And he'll kind of trace his finger up from Alz along the coast, up to about halfway up into the mountains. And there are several secret entrances to it in that mountain range.
What should we look for? Symbols.
Rune doors.
So you're talking about the mountains south of Kavorg?
Yeah, directly south of Kavorg.
Yeah.
And who is the leader of the dwarves?
At present, I have no idea.
Hand me the diamond prince.
Because I figure if we knew who he was and what kind of alcohol or such he likes, we could bring with us to win him over quicker.
That's not necessarily the worst idea. If I had that information, I would obviously, give it to you all, but it's not, access I have off the top of my head.
Well, Penelope, if you wouldn't mind letting us borrow that jug for a little while, we could probably make any kind of alcohol he likes.
Yeah, that's fine. Again, you just kind of gave it to me. You can have it.
Thanks.
I mean, to be fair, he did say borrow it.
No, it's fine. I'm adding it to my sheet again.
I believe you also all said something about possibly shopping.
I heard shopping.
Yeah. Is there anything specific you all are looking for?
Some more crossbow bolts, maybe a dagger.
Oh, interesting.
I need something to stabby stab with sometimes.
Oh, right. Did you see that link I sent you a couple
Yes.
days ago?
Yes.
All right.
Need to actually read through it, but yes.
All right. Let me know. Yes, no.
Yeah.
you have anything like this? And she points to her outfit, and she's like, but maybe makes me a little harder to hit.
I forgot what you even have on. Both game, I forgot what you even had on.
Glamored studded armor, or glamored studded leather.
I'll look. I will look. So arrows, daggers. I do have a couple daggers. I assume you want something that you don't have to attune to.
Yes. Just something a little better than this simple one, and I'll pull out just my common dagger.
He'll kind of make one appear in his hand, and he'll pull it out, and it immediately starts dripping with like this black ichor that kind of has like green shimmering through it. He goes, how about a dagger of venom?
That sounds like fun.
All right. We'll start with that at 500 gold.
I'll take it.
Excellent. I believe some of my associates are going to find some things for you all. And when they do, if I have them, they'll be up.
I would probably would have messaged him like a couple days ago when I sent you that link about that item.
Does not have it off the top of his head. Give you that much.
So I have this sword. It was kind
Okay.
of given to me. It's, I guess it has the soul of one of my old adventuring party's friends in it.
Yes.
Somehow I ended up just like and I've had it for a couple of years now, and I haven't seen them, so like I'm cool to like not have this.
All right. Are you looking to sell it, trade it in?
Maybe if you have a weapon that's a bit more, or just something a bit more my style. Like this is like stabby and melee, and I don't generally like
I
to do that.
love finding people stuff. What exactly is your style?
Bright, flashy, and as far as fucking away as possible.
Oh. I'm going to have to think on that. Because I don't know if any thing that really helps with, you know, that kind of thing. If that makes sense. And you'll see another Willem walk through the door at this point and kind of come out. And he sets like 2 things on the counter. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Kind of walk back through. Yeah, I'm really gonna have to think about what's in my collection.
And I'll pull out my old just the +1 glaive, and I'll
Mm,
say, "Oh, by the way, I still had this.
okay.
You can have it back. I seem to have upgraded."
Excellent. Always good to hear.
I pull out that book and gently put it on the table and slide it towards Willem.
All right. So I have items that were requested. I do. Ooh, that is interesting though. I do have plus, extra like reinforced glamour studded leather for you. Um, it is very rare to come across, so it's gonna be about 2,000 gold.
Okay.
Okay.
Penelope, I think, was pretty loaded, right?
Royce gave her money. She didn't have any money of her own.
Oh, okay.
And then I do have your crossbow bolts for you. And I'll pull out one of the things that was wrapped up and kind of pulls it out and kind of stands up this quiver. You only need this many, right?
Yes, I guess. I mean,
And there's 20 in it.
Teasing you with that quiver.
You gonna take you
quiver,
gonna
I
take you
can't
gonna take one
use.
out?
Yeah, I'll take one out.
Another one pops right back in. That's 1,000 gold, please.
Royce, contain yourself there. You're a little
I hand him
excited.
1,000 gold.
All right, I added it to your equipment already.
He saw that arrow pop into existence, and he couldn't help himself.
The only other thing I need is what I've been asked you a couple other times, other than this book. Is that scroll
Which scroll again?
of wish?
You took my last one. Um, and I don't have anybody that can cast them for me to make more right now.
Okay. He's trying to save his money to build that temple
Yeah.
to Io.
I was wondering, Willem,
Yes.
this this new glaive I have is great, but it it seems to take a lot of energy. Like I can only have so many items like that, and between my armor and my belt and this, I feel like I can't really use many other magic items. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
I was wondering if you had something that still hit pretty hard that wouldn't take up that much of my energy. Above game, I'm asking him if he has a +2 or a +3 glaive that's just a straight like +3 without needing an attunement slot.
Okay. How many attunement items do you even have?
I have 3 plus the bloodstone,
Okay.
which is fine because we don't need to use the bloodstone all the time.
Oops. Oh, bother. I don't think I'm going to have one that hits as hard as that. I can probably make one in 3 to 5 days.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
All right.
If you wouldn't mind, I can pay.
The other thing is,
And the reason I'm asking is because with that remaining magical attunement, I kind of might want. I don't know if you have anything that could make me. Oh my, this sounds so dumb. Anything that could make me smarter? And I'm thinking about those fucking maze spells. If he's got like a headband of intellect or something. So I would rather have a +3 glaive that doesn't require attunement, and then a headband of intellect to help me resist those fucking mazes, if possible.
I recall having several items that made people smarter. Um, to be honest, I don't know where they went in my mess downstairs.
You know what might help you remember where they went? If you had a magic item that made you smarter.
That's true. That's a good point. Once I find it, I may keep it now. To be
Totally
fair.
fair.
To be fair.
No,
I will look
I
on
don't know
that.
if it's just the Feywild or like if it's a thing that magic users do in general, but people keep putting me in these extra dimensional labyrinths, and it is a pain in the ass to get out of there. And I just feel like if I were a little bit smarter.
Oh, bother.
So is it the glamored studded armor +3?
Yeah.
It's not changing my armor class at all.
Oh shit. I found it and it said that it was bonus to magic.
Yeah.
It said it was working as intended, so that is weird. Oh, your AC got overridden somehow. So your
It went up 1. Yay.
Yeah. Yeah, somehow your AC got overridden and you had an extra +1 somewhere. It should have been 15, not 16.
Because I think you told me to do that at some point.
Yeah. Um I totally lost track of where I was there. Also, secondarily, and I would have to find this because my place is a mess. Back in the day, I did make items for adventurers. Mostly for the Adventurers Guild back in the day, for when they reached certain milestones of power that allowed them to wield more items of power. So if I can find them, I will also look for them.
That would be amazing.
I don't know if I have any left. But
We could use a lot more counterspell scrolls.
I can
I
make
think we could
those,
use
though.
oh, what?
I wonder if he has any more wish scrolls.
I'm out.
We already asked for
We've
that.
already asked that.
I mean, it is worth asking twice, though. Maybe.
Or is there a wand of counterspells?
So the really, really funny thing about that is no. But it's not the reason you would think. It's because magical items take longer to activate than to cast counterspell. So you'd have to cast it before the person casts the spell for it to work. It's very weird, and it doesn't work, which is why we don't make them. It's all very scientific magic stuff.
Well, how about some potions?
Oh. It's been a while since you've been here. I might have some made.
It's been a while.
Been a while. What, any ones in particular?
I guess just a few greater healing for me.
Okay.
I only have one left. And if you have any other fun ones that do stuff other than healing, I'll take a look.
I have in my inventory right now, if I'm remembering correctly, I have 4 superiors, 8 graders, and I think 10 healing. Regular healing potions.
Just 3 graders is fine for me.
All right. Anybody else want any potions before I send in the request downstairs?
I could use a couple more greater, and if you have any superior also.
Okay. Also, how many graders? 4.
2 more graders and 4 superior.
I have 1 superior left.
Lucy will take the superior.
Alright. I will take 4 greater then.
All right, so it's 1,500 for the superiors. To you, sir. 500 for the other one, and 400 for the graders.
400
me?
each.
1,500 total, 500, 400.
Why 1,500?
3 superiors, right?
I said 3 graders.
Oh, 300 gold. I thought you said 3 superiors for some reason.
Oh no, yeah, three graders,
So
and
I
then
have,
I'll grab the superiors.
I have 4 superiors up for grabs then. So
Lucy will buy them all.
okay, it's 2,000 total. Okay, somebody roll a D100 for me, please.
61.
Okie dokie. Cool. All right.
And I deducted 300 gold.
Excellent.
I deducted 400.
Excellent.
I deducted 2,000 from each of them.
Cool. No, it's 2,000 total.
Yeah, but
Oh.
then it was also 2,000 for her leather.
Ah, yes. And Willem will come up with a crate. Here you go. All right, thank you. Back to work. Anywho, hands them all out. Anything else we need to discuss?
Well, do you want my old leather?
Absolutely.
And then I still have this short sword.
Yeah, I don't have anything I can replace it with right now.
Okay, I guess I'll keep that.
That'd be
then.
beneficial for you. Or a wish spell for it.
Yeah, I'm still wanting one of them.
Can she trade her old leather for a couple of regular healing potions?
Yeah, that'd be 4 healing potions.
Great.
Or 2 graders.
She'll take the 2 graders then.
Okay.
And can I commission a +3 glaive? And would I have to pay up front?
Yes.
How much?
That would. Now I have to do math in my head. That's always a problem.
You know what could help with that?
It requires some very, very rare ingredients. You guys are good customers. I'll give you a discount, 2,100 gold.
Sounds fair.
Perfect.
Okay. And yeah, if you've got any of those things that make you smarter, if you're able to dig those up anywhere, I'd be very interested.
I will let you know.
While everybody is getting their shopping done, I'm still like staring at that book.
So, I promised I would look at this, and I've been thinking about it. What's the problem with it?
I feel there's something in there hidden. I don't have the means to unlock it.
But, like, he'll pick it up and open it, and, like, the pages will be blank.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not-
and they're not coded like my books.
And I again show him the clasp and the spine, stuff like that.
Yes. Understandable. I would need time to figure this out.
You know how to reach me.
All right.
Reach us. And about the other book with the missing pages.
Yes.
Any word on that?
None. I'm trying my best.
From what
Well,
we
would you
gather,
mind if I asked you a more general question?
Sure.
What do you know about dwarves?
They're prideful.
I
They're resourceful. They are very, very obsessed with their crafting skill.
anything you know that I couldn't read in a book?
They are extremely stubborn to outsiders. And I understand that's information that's readily available. But what I mean by that is you have to figure out how to get that wall down. They take pride in their work. They take pride in whatever their job is, even if it's, taking care of the mountain rams and shoveling their shit.
Do
all right,
you happen to have any dwarven crafted items or artifacts?
that they could be looking for that's been lost and forgotten about.
Something we could return to them as a token of favor? Gain their trust? Could be important.
Well, you've already showed me something that they crafted.
Well, I'm just not sure how good an idea it is to whip out Moradin's favor at the door. I think a lot of dwarves might not even know what that is.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with just whipping it out.
Excuse me while I whip
Well,
this out.
well, there could be a lot wrong, depending on the context.
It's possible I do. I'm going to have to think on it.
And once we find these rune doors, how do we bypass them?
You solved the rune.
Anybody understand dwarf? Read right?
I believe he does. Alright, book game, give me like 10 seconds.
Headset hair.
Um, I. It's entirely possible I would have a couple, like, non magical items from the period. From previous bygone eras.
I mean, it doesn't have to be magical. It could be like some forgotten, long lost relic that was crafted by someone and they're looking for it and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would have some non magical items that would be of use.
Couldn't hurt, right?
How many pieces?
Yet another Willem will come up, and he'll have battle axe, a warhammer, and like a set of like loose plate armor.
I'll just take those and add them to my inventory. How much?
They're non-magical. I can't add any attunement to them. I can't enhance them because they're magically locked items. That's one of the dwarves' tricks. So they're no use to me to make into magical items.
Sure. Well, we'll take them then.
All right.
So you said a battle axe, a warhammer, and plate armor?
Yep.
Is there like any scripture or names on them?
There's some dwarvish on them, but not a lot.
Any really old dwarven stout laying about?
If I had any, it wouldn't have lasted this long for sure. Stuff is good, to say the least.
Well, other than that,
Is that all I can help you with?
well, you got the 2 books and a couple things to get for me. Other than that, I'm done.
Well, this whole time I've kind of been going under the assumption that when we get Moradin's favor to a heart forge, between the Moradin's favor and whatever dwarf sages we're able to find, they'll just tell me how to forge a Tremel. But I have no
Something
idea
like
what Moradin's favor actually does, and I was just thinking, like, on the off chance that's not what it does, how do you forge a Tremel? What does a Tremel look like?
Well, I assume you've activated it.
Activated it?
Yes.
I pull it out and I'm like, I don't know how to activate it.
Buff game, I believe you have before.
Oh, like when I attuned to it the first time,
Yeah.
just to see what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't see anything in there like I didn't see a mold or a guide or anything like that. I guess I've just kind of been assuming that at the proper time I would just know, or that it would tell me.
Mordin was a strategist at heart and created the idea of them and the actual item, as far as we're aware, in secret. So it's entirely possible the dwarves would still have some knowledge of that because he didn't necessarily keep things secret from them. He kept them from secrets from people who would use it for their own ends. But it's also entirely possible when you activate it in Hot Forge, something entirely different happens. I have no idea. Besides using it as possibly a blueprint.
All right, well, I think I'll just keep trusting that the dwarves will be able to help us with that.
Yeah. All right. Um, I am sorry that I can't be of more help
No, you've
with
been very
that.
helpful.
It is interesting, to say the least. It is. Yes, go. You're back in the material plane. Go drink, be merry, interact with normal people again. No offense, you two.
Yeah, and
All of
kind
a
of
sudden,
sad. I lost all them blue bananas.
Penelope's like, "Wait, so is this the guy that I was supposed to give this stuff to Grack to give to him?"
The very
Yes.
same.
Yes.
She pulls all of the orange shit out of her bags.
Oh, holy shit. That is a lot to work with.
We been farming.
Although I suppose if you're going to go see the dwarves, that you should take it. I'm guessing.
Penelope looks at Alvin.
We have more.
Am I going to see the dwarves with you? You should probably take this back.
Above game, what is it?
The Titanite shards.
All of the
Oh, yeah.
shit.
Well, so we gave Penelope 2 of them to give to Greg, to give to Willem.
Mhm.
And I have like the other 34.
Yes.
So yeah, I'll take the other 2. If you're not coming.
So I believe that's 35 total.
I thought it was 36, but sure.
It might have been 36.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. It's 35. My bad.
Yep.
I actually think it might have only been 33 to begin with, and I never deducted the 2. So I think now I'm back up to 33,
Okay.
but sure.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Well, do you want to spend the night in Alzee, and then tomorrow we can head down to Zarin and then to Lilsine, check on our stronghold construction, see how it's going, and then once we get there, Willem, we might bother you again to send us up to those mountains.
I mean, do you just want to go to the little scene, or do you want to spend the night in Zarin?
I wouldn't mind stopping in Zarin first. My mule is still there, but it's not urgent, I suppose.
Fair.
Depends on how time crunched we think we are. Like what's been happening since we've been gone? Any news of our friend?
It's been hard to describe what's been going on. Obviously, I'm not as connected as I used to be. Like, that's the first thing to say out of the gate. I will also say that he hasn't been quiet. There've been rumblings and rumors and things. The people who worked for him are building something.
The Mage Emperor told us that there are only two places in the world where he could complete the Ascension ritual. And one of them was in the far north, where magic is wonky and it wouldn't be practical for
That's
any number of
that
reasons.
is a solid
And the-
point.
And the other was in Valeran, in the Mage Emperor's residence, or in his stronghold, or whatever you call it.
His
Do you think
city.
maybe they found a third way? Is that what he's been looking for?
It's entirely possible. It's also entirely possible that he's been trying to find a way to either fix the ley lines, for lack of a better term. Really, what would be is put the weave back together so that magic stops acting wonky up there. Or two, finding a way to
Valeran.
avoid detection to get into Valeran.
Like, or three, just conquer it. It might be far fetched, but I wouldn't put it past him.
Rain as many things. Being that dumb is not one of them.
Understood.
Penelope, upon hearing that name, just gets this big, like, angry look on her face.
Oh, what did he do to you?
A few years ago, we fought the black dragon guy, the primal, and
The ancient one, once a good friend,
yeah,
actually.
not such a good friend, at least to me.
Yeah.
But we killed him, me and my party, and we had the I can't. It was like the soul of the red dragon's mate or something powerful, and we needed to keep it safe, and so I was just going to take it to the Feywild with me because I felt like that was probably pretty good. But he didn't like that idea, and he took it and he kept it in his vault of stuff.
Ah, yes. The mystical, magical, ever-changing, ever-shifting vault of Valeran.
How long ago was this?
5, 6 years ago. I don't know. I was also just mad because, like, I thought it was a good idea just to take it to the Feywild, but the other people in my party kind of, like, didn't care and just left me to argue with the Emperor. So, obviously, I didn't win.
He's stubborn, too.
Well, it doesn't help if nobody else is on your side.
That is also fair.
They were
He
kind of shocked because they didn't know I was a fairy. Oopsies.
he allowed a blind spot in the Mages Guild once. The city was almost totally destroyed. Then really mostly destroyed. He rebuilt it from the ashes, but I don't think he would allow something like that to happen again. Not in his backyard.
So you think he'll either try to fix the ley lines in the north or try to sneak in to Valerian?
Those are the only two places he could, theoretically.
Yeah, that would make sense.
He's going to do an Arcana check. Plus 10, that's a 33. Or no. Yeah, it's a 32. Theoretically, and this is purely theoretical magic. This is stuff Raynon wouldn't even dare dabble in. Most people wouldn't even dare dabble in. I doubt he's even dumb enough. He might be dumb enough to try it, but if he figured out how to fix the weave in the north, he might have also figured out how to move the weave in other places. Does that make sense? Pull the ley line where he needs it, not necessarily go to the ley line.
So he could pull the ley line to like somewhere else, not in the middle of Valerian.
It's possible.
Interesting.
Because if you figured out how to do it in the north, and the north is risky because, I mean, I'm sure you guys experienced a little bit of shenanigans.
My magic was indeed a little wonky.
It would be risky to do something like that up there. So if you figured out how to fix the weave, you can move, fix in quotation marks elsewhere. That might be what he's doing. But the issue would be would need to realign the weave on all three planes.
Well, we know he's been in the Feywild. I don't know how to detect a ley line, though.
A lot of even high magic level wizards can't even do that.
Well, thanks. I don't feel so bad anymore.
That would certainly be interesting.
Well, what's the plan? I guess we could sleep in Alzi, take a nice leisurely ride back to Losine, check on our castle, and then go up to the mountains when we're ready, or we could just head there now if we think it's urgent. I think even if we want to head there now, it's night, and I think we should probably sleep first, right?
Possible. Anyways, what are you guys doing?
If we're done here, all we can do is just head back.
We might as well head back into the tavern in Alzi and sleep, because we're gonna need to sleep. And we've already paid for these rooms. We might as well use them. And then it's what, a day's ride to Little Scene?
No, like a day and a half.
How long? Sorry.
Because it's a day. It's a day to Valerian, and then it's a half, like 3/4 of the travel day to Wilson from Valerian.
So 2 days to Little Scene.
Yeah.
We can check on how our stronghold is doing. Maybe see about hiring some people if we still need to hire some people. So in 3 days, maybe we'll call on you again to just take us from Little Scene up to the mountains.
Sounds good.
Is everyone else in agreement?
I'd like to see this castle you guys keep talking about.
So would we. We got the land and we hired all the people to start construction, and then we fucked off to the Feywild like the next day. So we're
Checks out.
curious too.
All right.
Plus, if some of it's done, we might be able to. There might be resources waiting for us there. Maybe we have a sage or a captain or somebody who could help us. Depends on how far along they are.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you guys need to hit your long rest buttons for any reason? I assume that's where you guys are going.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess we'll get a night's sleep in Little Scene, and then or I get a night's sleep in LZ, and then hit the road in the morning.
Okay. Cool.
And at some point on the road, I'll like if Lucy flies up alongside me, I'll just um say to her, how are you feeling after everything we did? I think we did a good thing.
I think we did too. We just need the rest of this to be over.
Yeah. Are you still worried about Rose at all?
A little. I mean, obviously he has influence there, but I think we took care of most of the problem, and Titania is aware now, so I think anything else that may happen she'll be able to handle now that she knows.
Yeah, I just hope your sister isn't in over her head.
Rose will be fine. She was always better at that sort of thing than me.
I'm glad she's back,
Me too.
and I'll squeeze her hand.
That's
Glad we
good.
could help.
Yes, Bael, thank you very much. All of you for coming, and I mean, I know we didn't really have much of a choice, but
Yeah.
Would anyone mind if we stopped in Zarin, like real quick? I just want to see if Jasper's still there, Probably not. It's been like 9 months since I left him there, but you never know. And it's on the way.
It's fine with me, Alvin.
So yeah, as we're passing through Zarin, I'll just if we can track down the tavern we were gonna stay at the last time,
Okay.
I'll ask. You probably don't remember me, but 8 or 9 months ago, I was in here and I left a mule with you with enough silver to handle a few days, and it's obviously been a lot longer. You don't still have him by any chance, do you?
Um, we put him to work. So he's still around here somewhere.
Well, that's good. He's a hard worker. Any idea whereabouts?
Somewhere in the town, I believe he's still residing. Not entirely sure.
And is there anywhere else I should ask?
What I would do is, I would go down to the market and see, just happen to see if he's there.
Okay.
In all reality, probably best bet. Sorry, we weren't really. You kind of left him, and so we kind of didn't know what to.
Yeah. Oh no, it was totally my fault. I thought we would be just a couple of days here tops, and turns out we kind of got sucked on a wild goose chase that took us halfway around the world, and I don't really have time to explain, but I'm here now.
Yes,
I
that's what's
just I
important, isn't it?
Yeah, I just want to take him home.
All right.
So go down to the market and just start looking around, see what I can see.
Okay. He is currently pulling some type of wagon around, basically like a stone mill kind of thing.
Is there a person like
No,
driving the
he's
wagon?
on the wheel, like he's on a wheel, like a stone wheel. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, is there a person around who looks like they're in charge of this apparatus or operation?
Yes.
Can I talk to that
Yeah.
person? Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Hello.
Um, my name's
Sorry.
Alvin.
Yes.
My name's Alvin. This is kind of an embarrassing story, but I left this mule here 8 or 9 months ago, and I was really looking forward to just uh, taking him home. I could make it worth your while to take him off your hands. Say 100 platinum.
Oh, this is your mule. I bought him from the innkeeper. I didn't know that it was somebody's.
Oh no, I understand. I ended up leaving him here a lot longer than I had expected to, and a lot longer than I had paid for. But I'm here now, and I'd like to buy him back fair and square.
Um, I have several mules that work in rotation teams, so it's really nothing. If it is yours, you can have him back.
For your trouble, and I give him the 100 platinum anyway.
Okay. All right. Oh, thank you ever so much.
And when I get when we get Jasper unhitched and everything, and I'll just give him a big hug around his neck. I'm so
Good go.
sorry, buddy. I had to go.
At you a couple times before finally like letting you actually hug him.
I know. I'm an asshole. I won't ever let that happen again, okay? You're coming home and you're staying there. Do you remember Lucy?
I'll put my hand out for Jasper.
Kind of goes in.
I'll pat his head and muzzle.
All right, come on. I think I saw some apples growing on a couple of the trees outside of town.
The whole
Let's
time
get you
that
home.
we've been in the material plane, by the way, Penelope has pulled her wings in, so she just looks like a halfling.
Okay, side quest complete. Let's go to the little scene.
Okay. I need travel rules for both days. Please and thank you.
9.
Okay.
Ooh.
Sorry, what was that?
I think that was a 9 and a 2.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's seasonal weather. Like it's getting colder in the area because obviously like winter is the short winter season is setting in here. And you all
We
have
still
here.
have that cold weather gear from
You
when we
guys
were up
do,
north.
so it
if it
doesn't
gets
cause
too
you.
cold, I'll just throw a cloak on.
It's almost too hot on some occasions. But you guys make it down there without any problem. Over the course of the next couple days.
Great. How's the castle look?
Give me a second. I'm gonna pull this up. I think in just because it's easier in Tabletop Simulator. Give me a second.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. It's not done yet. They're about what you can see is what has been constructed. So
they've got like the outer walls done.
The outer wall is done. The 3 buildings you wanted inside are inside. And the keep they're almost done with the 2nd level of it. So they have the 3rd level to go.
Can I find like who is supervising the construction or like who's in charge?
Yeah, fairly
And just
easy
I'll just
enough.
ask like general questions about how it's going.
Kind of burly half dwarf. So half man, half dwarf. So a little bit taller than a dwarf, a little less beard. Oh, hello. Good to see you again. I know it's been a while. About 3
Been a
Yeah,
while.
sorry we had to go away for so
it,
long, but we're back.
It happens. It's understandable. We've built the outer wall as was instructed to keep the 3 buildings inside.
Looks perfect.
Yeah, to do that, we had to take out some of the farmland, and we put the keep behind it, which also took out the farmland that was associated with that building. But we were told that was fine as well. We have about 80 days left on construction, which is mostly interior work on the second level and then building the third level. The basement was built as specified, and the first level is done, and we actually have people that are coming in the next day or two to furnish it.
Sounds like you're only a little bit behind schedule. That's better than I expected for a contractor.
We thought it would take 200 days. I think we're going to finish it 200 days. Might not be fully furnished at 200 days, but we'll be done by then.
Oh, okay. I think I was told 5 months, which is 150 ish. But
I have
no
200. I
worries.
have
You were
200.
given a different.
I have 180 to 200 days on my notes.
Oh, I think you just told us 5 months.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's all right.
My bad.
Close,
So
close enough for contractor work.
exactly. Um, so obviously the houses are livable right now as well as the first level.
Well, I think we had put all the bedrooms on the third level,
Yes.
so you guys are welcome to stay in my house tonight if you like, or there might be an abandoned inn in town if you prefer.
I think I'd rather be safely behind our walls.
I agree.
Reference, the walls are about 15 feet high. And there are stairs leading up to all of the little battlements that are about 3 feet taller than that. But they have a place to like stand in so you can look down the wall.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'll just uh, I'll just take Jasper through the gate and kind of he knows this house and he knows this area and he knows what to do.
Yeah.
I'll tell the construction people that if they should feel free to put him to work.
Yeah. Also, for
I'm
reference,
gonna-
obviously out of scale right now, but when it's done, this is what the first floor is going to look like.
Nice.
Nice. I'm gonna
Nice.
follow through, but my Drake is gonna fly up and get on one of those battlements and just lay there and keep an eye out for us.
Cool.
And can we go down the
right near
secret
the
passage
house.
and check out the basement?
Yes. So obviously out of scale, but you guys can go. Don't have the basement map done, but you guys can go down and everything you wanted locked behind is there. And I forgot what all was locked back there.
I don't think we had put anything back there now. I think it's just a place where we can put stuff that we want to lock up.
Oh,
If we want to, if we
sorry.
want to
The
empty our
armory, the vault, and the war room are downstairs.
It's just a place. It's just a place where we can put like money and gear if we want to empty out our backpacks.
Yeah,
at some point.
the three heavily reinforced dwarven built doors have been installed with the security mechanisms in place.
Great. Do we have? Did we decide on putting in a teleportation circle or no? I think we had decided no, just because other people can get in then.
Yeah, I thought the decision was because Willem had his doors that you guys didn't need one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and people can teleport in using it.
Well, I was just thinking if we wanted one, we should get our sage to start working on that now, because I think it takes like a year for it to become permanent. I think that's true. Like teleportation circle, I want to say like you have to cast it every day in the same place, and after a year it becomes permanent. But
Yes.
yeah. But no, if we decided not to do that, that's fine. I think that probably makes more sense.
In my opinion, it does.
So when we're done there, I will go back to my house, go to the forge, and unload the two big sacks of coal that I bought when we were up north, and just leave them sort of at the forge so it's ready. And if anybody needs anything forged, I can get started.
Okay.
Arrowheads, horseshoes, daggers. But yeah, just holler. It's always here. And then
I was gonna
I'll
say you're
before
gonna
we
try
go.
anything with the Titanite.
No, not
Okay.
here. And before I go inside the main house, I'll summon Estrella and just leave her outside
Okay.
and then head in.
Easily doable. Easily doable.
Penelope's just gonna look at Lucy. So you traded one built castle for one not built castle. Well, it's more of a stronghold than a castle, and it's not mine. It's all of ours. Um, we obviously, as you have seen from the shopping and whatnot, I've come into some money through our adventures, and this is Alvin's hometown, and it was kind of taken over by a cult that we had to get rid of, and so he wants to rebuild it, and we thought this would be a good place to build our stronghold. So I guess in a way yes, but also very much no.
I'm also not a lord, Penelope,
Well, yes,
and
I
I'm
see that.
I'm not making anyone get married.
Touche.
Hmm. It's just interesting that she just went from, I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a little fairy who just, does mercenary work. Just seems odd to leave something so comfy, but if that's what she wants. It's a pretty sweet place you guys have here, though. I think it'll be really nice when it's done.
Yeah, I hope so. Could be useful to us too. We've hired some interesting folks to work in it.
Oh?
Yeah, I mean, we'll have a captain of the guards and a wizard and people working in the temple. We'll have a spy master, somebody who can help us find out information, all kinds of stuff. I have it written down somewhere. I don't remember all of it off the top of my head, but I think when it's done, it'll be a big help to us.
Oh. That spy master thing sounds like it could be fun. The rest of
Are you
those
in,
jobs, not so much.
you interested in the position? I don't think we've hired anyone yet.
I mean, I don't have anything else on my plate at the moment. And I've been work's been slow. That's why I was still at home. Work's been slow. I mean, yeah, sure. This place looks okay.
I mean, if you don't mind taking a break from murdering for a while, we'd
Money
be
hasn't
happy to
been as
have
good
you.
for murdering as you would think.
Sorry, say that again.
The money hasn't been as good for murdering as you might think.
Well, we've got money and we could use a person with your skill set.
Okay,
And
that
we know
sounds good
you
to
and
me.
we like you and we trust you.
Oh, you shouldn't do that. Did you not see what happened? What was that? This last yesterday?
See, Penelope, that's exactly why we need a spy master. How else are we supposed to know who to trust?
I suppose that's very fair. You do have some not quite as sharp people in your party. As she looks over at Royce jokingly. I was also told about an incident with some mimic jars. Yeah, I think you guys do need my help.
We really do. Well,
Anyways,
you're hired, I
you
think, right, guys?
Yeah.
Horace.
Sure. Yep.
So enthusiastic.
Just one condition, Penelope.
Yeah.
No more deck of many things.
How did I figure you were gonna say
Look,
that?
we don't need our captain of the guards to just fuck off to the nine hells for no random reason. Like, no more deck of many
Or summon
things.
a demon lord.
Or any number of things.
I guess.
Alright.
I mean, I went what 6 years without anybody really pulling a card. I think I've had my fill for a while. I also didn't know that anything bad could happen, so that was fun. I guess.
So who else pulled from them?
In my old adventuring party, there was a guns. I think he was like a gunslinger or something. I don't know. He had guns, and that one was good. He got to know the answer to one question, and we fought the ancient one, like I told Sawyer or Willem or whatever the hell we're supposed to call him, and we got to know his name, and then we killed him because we knew his name. I don't really know how that worked. But then that guy ended up sacrificing himself and dying and be reincarnated as a dwarf. I think a hill dwarf to be specific.
Penelope, someday you should really just sit down and write a book.
But that's boring.
Killing people's
I
more fun.
know.
Plus, I don't think people would believe a lot of my adventures. You know? I mean, I went to a party one time with a couple of other bards that I met there, and they were really fun, and we drank a lot. And I twirled around and changed into a lot of pretty dresses and got keys to rooms for it. It was an interesting night until we had to fight a vampire lord, and that was not so fun. The one guy died, and I had to bring him back to life. The other guy was a hoot, though.
What was so special about the other guy?
I
Christ.
liked his style. He was double fist and wine.
Listen, it's a good joke. It's a great
Well,
joke, even.
Penelope, what if you wrote all these down, but you just sold them as fiction? I think it would still be fascinating and people would still love reading it, and they don't need to know that it's real, right?
That would still require the writing part, which is boring.
Oh, I'm gonna make an in-game joke right now. You know, write these down, but as like things people could playthrough with maybe some mechanics, perhaps, involving dice.
I am good with dice.
Anyways. Alright. Is there anything anybody would like to do with the rest of their evening?
Just relax, have some more milk and stuff.
Okay.
Lucy's just gonna be like unpacking some of her stuff, and Penelope's gonna be nosy and go through. Look, check out her book selection.
Oh, I read those. And that one. And that one. Those were all good. They were okay. I've done better, though.
What do you mean you've done? But I don't want to know.
No, you probably don't, but, you know. I'm sure you've learned a few things from those, like getting in someone's pants doesn't actually involve pants. You know that, right?
Jesus.
Of course I do, Penelope. And in her mind, she's going, I didn't fucking know that.
Anyways.
Before we all go to bed, I'll ask Lucy if she wants to take a walk.
Yeah, a walk sounds nice.
And we'll go outside the gates and through the town. And while we're walking, I'll just be pointing out, like, oh, like, the guy who lived in that house was a good friend of mine, and oh yeah, I knew the people who lived over there. They had a great family, and oh, this tavern was my favorite place to hang out, and just going down memory lane.
Does it make you sad that you have to say all of that in the past tense?
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
I think
Alan.
I've sort of made my peace with the fact that everybody's gone, but I don't know, it doesn't really make it hurt any less.
Maybe it'd be maybe it would be better if you imagined that they all ran away and they're all happy living somewhere else.
I'm sure a few of them did, but I have no idea where they are or whether they're ever coming back. For all I know, that was almost 7 years ago now. Like, for all I know, they just moved on with their lives and found something else to do in a different place with different people.
Are you headed towards the outskirts of town or towards the docks?
Like, sort of moseying down toward the docks,
Okay.
not moving very intentionally, just kind of wandering through the streets.
Okay, both of you make perception checks, please.
I'll use my passive.
Yeah, I'll also use my passive.
You hear to your right, both of you, this kind of dripping sound, like coming from the rooftop to your right.
That's
I look
odd.
over.
Should we check it out?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like this. can see from where you are that there's like this pool, small pool that is just started to form of like this thick kind of like mucusy water. If you look up on the rooftop, just barely getting his head over the ridge, it kind of sliding down, you see the four-pronged mouth of one of those ancient mutated Feywolves you fought.
Well, that's not good.
And that's where we're going to end it.
Oh,
See, and all I wanted to do was walk down to the docks and make out. You have to ruin everything, right?
Yep, 100%. Hundo Pocento. 100% why I do it. Anyways. I think with that, we're gonna raid one of our friends. We'll see you guys next Monday for episode 31 already. Holy hell. And April 6th, Wednesday, 9 p.m. Be there. New campaign. Let's fucking go. Amazing crew of people coming in. I think we have 4 new players in that campaign. Lenny, Megs, and Aang will be there. Moo from our old Friday campaign will be there, and the rest is new players to my table. They're a crazy cool group of chaos gremlins, for lack of a better term. It's gonna be interesting, but we'll see you guys then. Peace out.